Hey there guys, what is happening? My name is Sumet Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy and I'm a flow state coach, which means I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to be speaking about the philosophy of Bruce Lee and how he is very much related to the flow state and what he adds to the flow state. Take away all the extraneous elements and showmanship and get to the organic, natural, fluid movement of martial arts. The philosophy and mindset and states of martial arts directly correlates to how to live a flowing and fluid life. He really inspires me. I've been watching this show on Netflix. It's a Chinese show and it's very powerful. It's The Legend of Bruce Lee. So if you do have time, do check that out. Reveals a lot of his deep concepts throughout the show. And yeah, today I want to break down his lost interview, as well as quickly sort of touch into the four mindsets of martial arts. And so this kind of directly comes from Budo, which is a Japanese martial art. However, I think that it directly kind of trickles and ripples into every single martial art because when you have this kind of strong mindset, even in your day to day, if you're applying this kind of mindset, you're going to be relentless, you're going to be focused, you're going to be determined, you're going to be fluid and adaptable and flexible. You'll be able to maintain that flow state in that continuous action throughout whatever it is that you do. The first mindset is Shoshin, which is beginner's mind, meaning that you constantly want to be learning. Okay, Bruce Lee never saw defeat as a defeat. It was always a chance to learn and grow his skill set. That's why he could fight all these different masters, incorporate their styles, and at the end of the day, he based it off of that Jeet Kune Do method. Secondly, we have Mushin, or the mind of no mind. Mushin is free of thoughts and emotions. So if we think of like very still water and we throw a pebble into it, that causes a ripple effect and it's not still anymore. So just like that, our thoughts and emotions can distract us a lot of times. But when we have an empty mind, as he says, empty your mind.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
So that's what he means by that. Fudo Myo was a Buddhist war god from Japan, and basically he represented the highest level of focus, the highest level of determination. Like, you cannot be stopped. This guy is relentless, okay? He's completely confident and he has no fear whatsoever in his soul. So he depicts that kind of fearlessness. To get rid of that fear, you have to begin the path of that fearlessness if you really want to move forward. And lastly, we have Zhenshin, or remaining mind. So this is kind of the continuous awareness of the mind. This is kind of the mind of continuity. Okay, so as soon as the continuity is interrupted, you become vulnerable. However, if you're maintaining that consistency without interruption, the moment you feel strongest is when you're the most vulnerable. So you want to just keep moving forward. Okay. This interview that he gave, this is kind of the time where he rose to fame, and it's very popular interview. A lot of people know him.
To me, a motion picture is motion.
Yeah.
Here he says that a motion picture is motion. So he kind of directly understands this idea of, motion creates this kind of rhythm, and it gets you out of your mind and into your body.
I mean, you gotta keep the dialogue down to the minimum.
To keep the dialogue down. Don't speak unless it's something absolutely crucial, and you see it, the way he speaks. He's making every word count. He's not giving you the extra jargons, extra things that he's thinking about. He's very organic with the way that he's speaking as well. So that directly kind of ties into the Taoist philosophy and the martial arts philosophy that he truly embodies.
Man, and I'm gonna do it, you see? So that is the type of thing you have to train yourself into it, to become one with the...
Alright, so here Bruce Lee describes becoming one with the thing. And in the flow state, we say that's where action and awareness merge. You become one with whatever you are doing. So let's say you're a rock climber, you become one with with the rock that you are climbing. You are not separate. You don't create a separateness from the thing.
Because the word I does not exist.
All type of knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge.
So this is really powerful what he said right here. All types of knowledge comes down to self-knowledge. So the self-awareness that he's having is being reflected into whatever it is that he's doing. This is that intrinsic motivation, the autotelic experience of the flow state, meaning it's a reward by itself, and that knowledge that you're gaining from doing whatever it is that you're doing is the end product.
I mean, it might sound too philosophical, but it's unacting, acting, or acting, unacting. If
You've lost me.
I have, right? So what I'm saying, actually, you see, I mean, it's a combination of both. I mean, here it is the natural instinct, and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. Not, if you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man, no longer a human being. So it is a successful combination of both.
Acting, acting, or unacting, acting.
When the opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand.
What is this? Wu-wei, right? Effortless effort, the action of non-action, all these paradoxes comes down to that beautiful philosophy and the way that he's speaking.
The natural instinct, and here is control.
So one of the 6 factors encompassing an experience of flow by Nakamura and Csikszentmihalyi is a sense of personal control or agency over a situation. Here he's bringing control and that natural instinct together.
Ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. Now, it is very difficult to do. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things, you see what I mean? Blinded by it. Or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, now that, my friend, is very hard to do. And you have to train. You have to keep your reflexes so that when you want it, it's there.
I really love how here he's bringing up that even honesty is a practice. And the fact is you can get so much better at this kind of form of honest communication, because I feel that that's what the flow state is this kind of honest expression and this acceptance of self, and it's being communicated in a very pure way. I love how he states that martial arts is this honest expression. It's the truth embodied.
A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready.
If we can live like that, we are not adding all these additives and preservatives and cockiness and acting into our personality, but we're actually naturally embodying who we're here to be. That's so pure and magnetic. And if you'll notice the most charismatic people on the planet, they're fully embodied in their truth.
You still think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
You know what I want to think of myself? As a human being. Because, I mean, I don't want to sound like, as Confucius say, but under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different.
I've been saying it for a long time, and I'll say it again. I have the same understanding, man. I don't see myself as a citizen of India or a citizen of, the places I've lived, Thailand, so on. I'm a citizen of this planet. You know what I mean? And when we can all see that in each other, I'm a human being. That is so powerful what he's just stated right there. I think I'm going to leave this video here, or I'm going to end it with this because I want to end on a powerful note. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, please do that now. I'll be back with more zingers like this one. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary.